say, broken, broken. Hey, boys. Yeah, I saw how it started today. It was winning the games, get the 20-point leads, but the shooting really wasn't there. Shit is there now. I was shooting. Easy once you figure it out. Beautiful. You like most of the Mendes though? I don't like that they separated the coach, but I understand why they did it because they had that whole thing with the badges, so that's fine. If they separated the challenges like that, and you have to score, that's just kind of stupid. But everything else, I don't have an issue with. Everything else broken down to online, single player. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys are in the screen. Who's in the screen that's on my career right now? Some of you guys.
Here we go.
Did you guys like start new builds though when you got on the game state? Or you guys actually use the builds that you created like on the page you did you do that? Play that the game last year, dude. I love it. It's like you better.
Team foul. Nelson Aguilar. First personal foul. First team foul.
That's the thing that is scratch. So let me find out he can shoot a little bit. Come on. That's the thing that is scratch. So let me find out he can shoot a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
That's his own custom. That's not even called for it. That's custom. Got it.
awaiting.
There you go. Like that, fool.
The assist. Dawson. Bailey Van Dijk.
Now walking, I got him pushing. Yeah, he was big body, bro. He rebounds well. I like how he rebounds. Yeah, once back to hear gameplay, that shit was so broken. I can't wait to upload that video. I'll probably go up on Friday. That'll probably go up Friday. Friday. You was spamming the A button at the start of your stream and chose Pelicans. Spam is crazy. Who's dropping next Friday? It's Wednesday of this week. You're asking me about next Friday. What in the holy hell? The prophecy. Let's go, man. See the quick stop. I can't. I figured it out, bro. I'm shooting, bro. I'm shooting good. I'll take those flips all day. Especially when you're able to actually play defense. You struggling? Hop in a freestyle. Tweak your visual cue and try all the different ones so you find the one that you're shooting with the best, bro. That coming back with a vengeance. Hey, bro. I saw some footage the other day. This dude getting dogged by random. Legit getting done dirty by random. Skinny ass, bro. Look at that. Yeah, he's pretty good, bro. He's really good rebounding and really good defensively on that side.
Here we go. So Phoenix will get the first possession. Here's Diggins. Pass to Becker. Trains it from beyond the arc.
The sweet stroke from Paige Becker. So smooth from deep.
Double by Lee. Driving inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like seeing her go up strong inside. She knows exactly how capable she is from there.
From past the arc, another three for Phoenix. The visitors with the ball. 4-point game. Inside, stolen away. Fires the three. And the basket by Becker.
One of the quickest strokes out there. Paige Becker's ready to fire.
Watson played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Her ball handling skills were able to help her get loose right there.
1:39 left to play here in the first. Here's the three. And Diggins gets it to go. 1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. To the paint. Here's Park. Up and in on the layup.
Pretty bucket down there for her that time.
1:14 left to play in the first. Puts it up. Again, Phoenix. Puts up a three. And no good that time. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're leading by 8. There's 42 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Diggins. And it's Phoenix scoring again.
Nice touch. I like how she just
What
takes what's
the
available.
highlights I saw is glad that we go.
In low. Here's Park. Yep, that one goes. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Becker. Another three for Phoenix.
Deadly from the corner. Becker's an incredible shooter.
Here's Park. The shot, no good. Here's Diggins. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Phoenix.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
It's good from long range. Beckers has got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix.
They cannot stop Beckers tonight. My goodness, she just keeps on pouring in buckets.
Here's Lainey Hamilton. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Yoshida. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Here's Becker. Another three for Phoenix.
That jump shot of Becker's is so polished and so pure and so efficient. It's obvious she's put in a ton of work on it.
Well, they have to find a way to shift the momentum back up with her.
Yeah, this next stretch is really important. You got the right lineup out there for sure.
Pass to Park. And Cuomo. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Here's Diggins. The three. Another three for Phoenix.
Spacing the floor is the name of the game. She knows that, providing her team with the triple.
To the middle. Here's Park. They need this. No good there. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first half. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
She fearlessly sinks.
Welcome back, boys, to episode number 1 of the No Money Spent series here on this channel. And in today's episode, it is the start of a brand new journey here
that three is off the mark. Phoenix leading by 23. Pass to Wilson. Lays it up off the glass.
That's great defense on pretty much everybody. But Wilson is on a different level.
Oh, to be a fly on the bench in that huddle. Wonder what they've got up their sleeve.
Yeah, you know, it also just gives the guys a breather, a break, a little rest, and a chance to focus on this next stretch.
There's 31 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Park. Five on the clock. Here's Suarez. It's on target from the high post.
A nice part of her game. You know, the mid-range was there for the taking, and she took advantage.
Here's Diggins. And it's Phoenix scoring again. Here's Park. Rest bell, and so it's Phoenix holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And with as many three-pointers as they bring, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. And we'll be right back after this.
Taking them off the side.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Pass to Park. Six to shoot. Watson beats the shot clock but can't get it to fall. Here's Diggins. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
She's got her fingerprints all over this one. A big-time scoring night.
Down low, and Cuomo. And the layup falls. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Here's Diggins. Lee outside. Pass to Becker.
Out of bounds. Away team ball.
Guys, if they're going to make a run, no time like the present.
Yeah, and it's certainly, we had to expect a better game than this. Been very ugly thus far.
Phoenix grabs the miss. 1:32 left to play here in the third. Here's Diggins. Pass to Beckers. Another three for Phoenix.
Taking full advantage of a look from the corners. He was totally ready to knock that one down.
To the right side. And Cuomo. And that one, good.
And these are high-value shots inside. She's going to make that more often than not.
Pass to Beckers. Watson buries it from three-point range. 44 seconds left in the third. Here's Diggins. Another three for Phoenix.
She was itching for that chance. You could feel it as she came down the floor.
Watson, that's tipped. And it's Phoenix's ball. Launches it from deep. That shot is off. Over to the wing. Here's Beckers. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. In a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Launches a three. Good on the triple.
I like that. Get her something in rhythm where she can just rise up and shoot it.
No good. Shot missing. And here's Phoenix. Here's Diggins. Fires for three. Another three for Phoenix.
They count on her to stretch the floor, and she delivers.
Pass to Park. Inside. Wilson grabs the board.
Set now, it's a simple print.
And here's
like
Phoenix.
you get comments on me to debate
Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong.
I will never debate. I don't want any part of this platform. I don't want any surrounding drama. I don't want anything.
Another three for Phoenix.
I'm not a debater. I'm not interested in turning my beliefs into a spectacle where the objective is to embarrass the other person.
Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
If he wants to discuss my arguments, that's fine. He might not even know I exist. I'm just letting his fans know. He can fuck along. And I'm also not interested in the fan base harass.
About a minute and a half through
That's
the
why
fourth quarter now. There's the triple. Hands it from downtown.
Love the way she made that.
Now move on. Since I keep getting comments on
A lot
the
of
debate,
confidence and conviction. Didn't hesitate once she got the ball.
What would it mean to you to...
Whoever has more than me, get
There's the
whoever
pick.
wants to get come on, name, bro.
What would it mean
Pass
to
to
you
Park.
to go to the UFC?
Just fine on the clock.
Each and every single one of y'all finish. Get cut.
From
Whoever has more than me,
downtown,
get cut. Whoever wants
Wilson
to
grabs the
get cut.
board.
Come on, name, bro. It's up.
59 seconds left in the
You
fourth
have
quarter.
ADHD. One thing you have to be aware of.
The 100 me in this question.
Lee outside.
I said,
Here's
would you
Becker.
rather have $1 billion?
Another three for Phoenix.
Those corner threes are huge. They stretch out the floor and make it tough for the
Be
defense.
working at McDonald's and be
To the paint.
a sexual worker. That's
the
and
wing on the left.
100% of these men saying I would be at McDonald's. Knocking down everything.
Do you see how I'm
They said, man, forget that building. They was like, what is it for?
Here's Suarez. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's Phoenix's ball. Some momentum with the 15-2 run underway. Lee outside. Another three for Phoenix.
And her being such a great player, one reason is you gotta have the three-point shot in your bag. Offensively, it just really opens everything up for her.
That one goes. Count it.
I have two
Hey, I'm not even going to
Here's Diggins.
This topic, bro. But I don't think y'all motherfuckers listen to the magnitude of the shit that y'all ask.
Pass to Becker.
Like, I don't care what the world
unloads. That's good. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And the outcome of this one.
At the same time, worrying about my motherfucking life, that's crazy. I don't think y'all, it's like, y'all, I know a lot of y'all don't see this and just say it all day. Just like, bro, it's not even none of that, bro. Like, you're not understanding. I'm supposed to be solely responsible for a life I didn't create. Now, this is my kids, that's a different story. But taking care of another grown-ass adult physically capable of getting shit done her damn self. And you want to break me down and ride my back all through this other shit while you just sit there and be like, oh, I'm swimming in the pool. Oh, I'm on vacation. Oh, like, bro, I don't want to fucking slave myself for no fucking woman, dog. I can love her to death, but you have a responsibility to yourself as well.
I'm going to introduce everybody, men specifically, to a new concept. And this is something that comes from me, right? Something I've been working on and unpacking, right? Build a life, design a life. Build a life is everything the gentleman in the video is talking about. Build a life is a world that already existed before we got here. Social norms that already existed. Gender dynamics that already existed. Male and female coming and goings that already existed. Religion that already existed. 30-year mortgage mindset. Build a life is the life that you inherit from people in your community. They live the life and they pass it on to you. So in Build a Life, right, there may be women in Build a Life that want you to take full responsibility of them, right? They want you to have full control over them, right? That exists in Build a Life. But I'm going to introduce you to something different, something new, something that is filled with mystery, right? Design a life. Build a life, design a life. You hear it first from Ken Billions, right? Design a life, there is no past. Design a life, there is no tradition. Design a life, there is no such thing as a real man. There's no such thing as a masculine man. The only thing that exists in design a life is what you create there. There's no past, there's not even anybody to report to if the life you're designing falls apart. Because nobody has ever done it. What does that mean? That means in design a life, you can have a relationship with a woman independent of talking points, independent of tradition and social norms and culture. What that means is you can meet a woman as a man and y'all can design a life that is catered and curated for the both of y'all, right? That means the things y'all have a problem with are new problems. They're not problems that a man is supposed to have a problem with or a woman is supposed to have a problem with. Y'all get mad at the things that are new mistakes, right? New issues. Everybody's online talking from a perspective of you have to keep this thing going, and you don't. You don't even have to date women. You can date men. You can date trans. You don't have to date anybody. You don't have to listen to what women are saying. You don't have to do it. What they're talking about and what they're asking for because you have an option to design a life. Same with women. You don't have to do patriarchy. You don't have to do feminism. You don't have to do none of these systems. You can create something different. Not for everybody else, for you. But the thing about in design a life, you got to be real careful because there is no past. When you're in design a life, you can't go get coached for anything because the life that you have created is a new life. It's a life that no one else is living. It's concepts that are your own, philosophies and frameworks and traditions that you create. So there's no pastor that can pray over you because religion comes from Build a Life. Christianity comes from Build a Life. Islam comes from Build a Life, right? The provider man comes from Build a Life. It comes from a world that already existed already. And you were given the blocks and people told you to make a life. You know what I'm saying? There is no right or wrong. It's options. If you have an issue with how women are talking and you don't want to show up that way, don't design your life. And in designing a life, you will meet people that are also designing a life. Here's the thing. When you get into design a life and you're dealing with a new type of woman, you can't flip-flop, right? If this woman is free and independent, all of a sudden you can't bring the shit from Build a Life into design a life and try to boss up on her. No, it's design a life. Right? So the women that you meet over there are expecting to be engaged with a different kind of man. A man that doesn't trip off the shit that men in Build a Life trip off. You know what I mean? Men that aren't jealous. Men that have a different type of ego. Because in design a life, you got to understand, you're not the only one over there. So the women that you meet over there are going to have an expectation that you have a new outlook on life. And you're not bringing shit from the old world into design. Sir, brothers, you have options. First of all, fix your algorithm. Because if your shit is just filled with people talking like that, the algorithm is just responding to what you're interested in. You know what I mean? But find women that are designing a life.
That's the fuck up.
Y'all seen that dude on TikTok here who's got like the whole of the internet moms angry at him? And they're angry at him because he says being a stay-at-home parent is easy. I think his screen name is a stay-at-home chat. So I'm a therapist. I've worked with teenagers, and I've worked with teenagers a long time. So therefore, by default, I've worked with a lot of parents. When you work with kids, you work with parents, you work with family dynamics. It just comes with the territory. So I've developed my own parenting materials, taught my own parenting classes, etc., etc. And while I've worked with countless parents that I've loved and adored and had great experiences with, I have noticed a lot of things about the moms who are struggling with parenting and being a mom. These are my observations as a clinician. A lot of the issues that moms have in parenting roles, frankly, are self-inflicted. They have created the problems that they're dealing with. They have created the drama and the issues and the problems that they're dealing with. Now, a lot of them will take feedback. That's great, right? Like, they're totally open to, hey, I want to do this better. I want to be more effective at this. I want to see the best things happen for my kids. I love those ones. But there's a percentage of them, right? They power struggle like crazy. They fight about everything. I'm a firm believer that when it comes to teenagers, you have to choose your battles. And not only do moms choose all of their battles, or just choose all of the battles, they create them. They create more things to battle about. They raise issue with things that don't need to be raised. They make so many things so much harder than they have to be. Honestly, I think these are some of the complaints that I've heard from moms over the years. It's not all moms, but it's almost always the moms. He went to the grocery store and he bought chips and soda. So what? He was 15 minutes late coming home from school. He was talking to his friends. So what? He told me he was going to Billy's house, but he ended up at Jimmy's house. It's called being spontaneous. He lied to me. He told me that he was going to go get his laundry out, and he didn't. All of this is self-inflicted. You're creating problems. You're making them a million times worse. Or this one. This one never ends. I have to do everything. No, nothing is good enough for your standards. Nobody lives up to your standards. Your way is the right way, and everybody else's way is the wrong way. So they gave up trying to live up to your expectations, your unrealistic expectations. They'll do something that's not up to your standards, and then you puff and stomp around and redo it. So they just give up on trying. Seriously, too many of them. They're taking their control issues and they're dressing on mom to live by something else. I heard this one from a mom who was really upset. And that guy, she's really upset at that guy. I heard this one. Moms are held to a higher standard. You agree to that standard. You're the one who cares what other people think. That's a you problem. You're parenting because you're afraid what other people are going to think, looking from the outside in? Well, then no wonder it's a disaster. That's self-inflicted. Seriously, I see these moms and so many of these problems are self-inflicted. They talk about the mental load. That's self-inflicted. You're doing that to yourself. Stop blaming everybody else. You're doing that to yourself. But it's a constant battling. The constant power struggle over things that don't need to be fought about.
Oh my God.
Families. Your primary job as parents is to take accountability. If there's something that you can do better, it's not about blame. It's just saying, it's my job. It's my job to do better so things go better. This is going to be part one because, honestly, this is loaded. There's a lot here. This is part one. But the bottom line is this. Too many moms are unnecessarily creating a lot of fights and a lot of pressure on those things they don't even thought about. They need to do better with just rolling punches their kids. Stop fighting and power struggling over things that don't need to be fought over. Stop trying to dress up your control issues as holding things together. Stop making everything in the house live up to your expectations. All these things are just creating more problems than needed. All of this stuff is self-inflicted. And then you're going to hate parenting. You're going to resent your family. But it's self-inflicted. And it's going to trickle down on your family. And as hard as it is to admit that you're a problem, it's your job. Y'all seen that dude on TikTok here? He's got the whole of the internet moms angry at him. Y'all seen that dude? So this is part two of how a lot of moms out there are making parenting way, way harder than it has to be. You knew your name's got there. So I've worked with teenagers a long time, more than 25 years, which means that I have worked with a lot of parents and done a lot of parenting dynamics. Over the years, I've given countless parents homework. Do this instead of that, do this different over that. Almost universally, they come back and go, that helps, things are better. There's basically a list or a formula of things that work when it comes to parenting. And if you do those things, you're going to get good results. Period. Now, for reasons that I'm not going to get into, there's a whole list of parenting norms that modern moms just adopt. They don't work. They're not effective. List A, effective parenting. List B, ineffective parenting. So again, a lot of these moms talk about parenting being extremely difficult. It's like they universally adopt the second list of ineffective parenting.
Then they complain about how difficult it is. Well, do list A, okay? Do list A. But you're choosing list B whether you realize it or not. Then you're complaining about how difficult parenting is. When you're doing all the things that make it more difficult, so whether you realize it or not, it's very self-inflicted. But I've also noticed that a lot of moms parent their sons, their teenage sons, different than how they parent their teenage daughters. I don't get it. I don't understand it whatsoever. They tend to smother and stifle and micromanage their sons far more than their daughters. When the daughters are like, bye, I'm leaving. Okay, bye, I'm fine. See you later. When the sons are leaving, wait, where are you going? Where do you think you're going? Is your homework done? Why aren't you wearing a jacket? Who are you going to be with? When are you going to be home? What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be eating? Make sure that you text me if you leave the movie theater and you go somewhere else. Tracking their location, knowing where they're doing at all times, tracking every penny that they spend. I heard this one once, where like the mom called school, did my son eat lunch today? Mom even had her own little spy at school that was texting her. This was a student. The mom was texting a student at the school to follow her son and make sure that he was eating lunch. She didn't see a problem with it. She thought with this, it was perfectly reasonable parenting. So you know, this kid's going to school wondering which one of his peers is like spying on and following him, like got surveillance on. One of the wildest things I've ever seen. One of the craziest things I've ever encountered. It's not all moms, but it's almost always the moms doing stuff like that. But the result is, hey, the relationship totally deteriorates. And as I told a lot of them, you can either have a good relationship with your son, or you can nag him all the time about his homework and his chores and everything else. You don't get both. You have to choose one. You don't get both. If you choose to micromanage him and control everything that he does, you'll be surprised when he walks out the door and you never see him or hear from him. In part one, I was talking about how moms tend to power struggle over things that don't need to be power struggled over. They create fights and then they complain about how difficult parenting is. It's your unrealistic expectations that are the problem and self-inflicted. But again, I don't understand, like, this dynamic has always baffled me. I don't understand the mom's need to micromanage the son. And as a side note, some of the other work that I do is trying to get teen boys up to speed, ready for adulthood, because they're not anymore. But a big issue that I've seen, moms don't change their parenting depending on the age. It doesn't matter if the kid's 7 or 17, she's still parenting the same way. Like virtually no changes have been made. No growth, no resiliency, no adapting. Doesn't matter if the kid's 7 or 17, he's parented the same. But then the sons, they fall into either passive or active rebellion, sometimes both. I've seen this with daughters too. It's not universally sons, but it just seems to happen more with sons. Passive rebellion is when he's dragging his feet, procrastinating, half-assing everything, and making you go back over and do it all over again for him. Active rebellion is what it sounds like. He's openly defying your rules, and maybe even being mean to you. Again, though, like there's a list of stuff that works, and there's a list of stuff that doesn't work. And for reasons that I don't entirely understand, moms are taking the list of stuff that doesn't work, which is universally adopting. And so a lot of the parenting woes are self-inflicted. So this is part two of how a lot of moms out there are making parenting way, way harder than it has to be. If you're new here, my name's Scott. I've worked with teenagers. Worked with teenagers a long time, more than 25 years.
Alright, I'm making some canned peas. My stomach hurts. Alright, I'm gonna go. That'll. I'm making some peas.
And I can take to the store, and maybe I have like a couple of minutes to get there. But like even then, like you're done, like you're cooked. What are you gonna do to me? So yeah, I definitely invite body violence a lot in a healthy way. I'm walking to like a Whole Foods sometimes, and I just see all the people that can't fight. I'm like, man, I could really fuck all y'all up, and there's nothing y'all can do about it.
What the fuck is this? A fucking bubble.
NBA 2K27. My team, I've been doing a little bit of grinding off camera on stream, well, I guess technically on camera. So if you guys ever want to come by the Twitch streams, it's just Evan Tanaka, the same as my YouTube channel. And we were live for a little bit, grinding the game here on the No Money Spent. So I'll kind of catch you guys up to speed what we've been doing and what I've been working on with building our day one No Money Spent squad. And to fill you guys in on how I'm doing the No Money Spent this year, or at least to start off this year, is I bought the game on my main account, right? This is my main account in the sense of I play on my No Money Spent all the time. I have separate accounts that I play with Park on, and sometimes handling things that are used on that main account. But this
Get ready, everyone, for Tuesday afternoon NBA action on 2K Sports with Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony. This is Kevin Harlan.
So if you guys have that app, I'm trying to get Mikal Bridges. You get a free amethyst Mikal Bridges for logging into the app for 10 days. So I've been doing that. I think we're on day number 6 today.
And
so we'll have that card very,
the
very
tip,
soon.
it's Minnesota. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Down in the block, we'll see McDaniels and Gobert. LaMelo Ball is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Edwards in at the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Tied for the all-time leading defensive player of the year awards, Rudy Gobert, a four-time winner, Doris. He's historic in the way he plays that end of the floor.
An incredible career, and amazingly, if anyone is going to break that tie, it might be his countryman, Victor Wembanyama. But boy, the stifled tower still getting it done. Boy, early in his career, LaMelo Ball has let you know I am dangerous from deep. The ball is good.
Ball with the bucket.
Bang, bang, back and forth. There you go.
Boy, when threes are falling in bunches, the score changes so quickly.
Ball, no good. How the Timberwolves win it. It's a 5-point game. Edwards with the block.
Boy, calculated perfectly by Anthony Edwards. Great defensive timing.
It's Ball, a 10 for 3. Ball's got 6.
And that's where defensively you want to fight through that screen.
Boy, you are inviting trouble when you let your opponent run the pick and roll that effectively.
And here's Ball. They'll bring it up for Phoenix. They grabbed their own miss. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Wembanyama sets a screen for Ball. And he's good on the 3-ball. 9 points in the game so far.
Deep range from LaMelo Ball. This has been on display all the way back to his high school days.
Challenges, but very simple to do. You knock out these 5th Evo card, or sorry, yeah, I guess Evo card. Yeah, your 5th starter evolution player, and these are the names as well. So I think you can get all of these really easily, probably in an hour of grinding, which is super nice. And then so far, J.R. Smith, he was like my main evolution starter player that I wanted to upgrade first. So we have him as a rookie. Luol Deng right now is a sapphire, but like if you take a look at the requirements,
McDaniels passes the ball. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Ball's got a couple of threes now in the first for Minnesota. This one for 3. It's Ball, again for 3.
Yeah, this is just a big-time offensive performance from a young LaMelo Ball. He's already put the league on notice.
There's Ball with the 3, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. Lets it fly, and Ball gets it to go on the assist by Payne.
Well, these are the plays he's looking to make every single trip up the floor. Very offensive-minded guy.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
The speed might still be a little bit low at 69. That's one thing I'm concerned about with this card. Like a lot of that is on a day one starter evolution. And like Caleb stretch the floor. Probably not going to be quick or a good defensive card, but at least a big man that can space the floor.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Very solid. He's upgraded too. So again, if you want to get these 5-star cards,
Ball. 6 points for him.
And then probably some of our best players. Now it's really
fires from deep. Again, Ball missing. And it's Phoenix's ball. So they're on a 14-6 run. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Minnesota trails by 3. There's Dosunmu. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. The Timberwolves shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Who's our backup center? We're still going to get Rudy Gobert, Deja Wilson, Jason Tatum, and then a series one the lunch pack. But a bunch of those cards can play. Bitch. Once you complete the welcome to my team, they give you the cards, then they quick sell the free agent cards when you get 5,000 MT as well.
Both shots good from the stripe. .144 left here in the first quarter. Now here's Ball. 14 points for him. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Wembanyama. And the three ball is good.
And I like when Wembanyama is aggressive on offense because defenses feel helpless to stop him.
Edwards against Bain. Edwards kicks the ball. And here's the pick. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Ball's got 9.
LaMelo Ball said, I see your triple and I raise you one of my own.
James. Nice defense from McDaniel. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They trail by 1. Victor Wembanyama with the denial.
That's the person I recommend.
Outside Ball.
This is just my guy.
That shot missing. Excellent D there from Ball.
Specifically first, but I think this for people that are just getting the game.
There's 25 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Number 4, and you don't have your bonus.
McDaniels outside. Over Ball. A nice shot by McDaniels.
He's the kind of player that even the best defense has no answer.
There's Ball with the 3. Another 3 for Phoenix. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And so, lots of scoring.
It's on pro difficulty. I mean, even though I don't have a good squad, I feel like when the Reds won, we should have.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys say?
They've been dialed in from the tip, especially from deep.
split equally between you and Grandma. There's 12 pieces. Oh, there is? They gave us an extra one. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll just have a little bit of that, and then a